Say hi.
Hi.
Hi guys. This is just a short little video on my pregnancy. We are at 25 weeks this week. Well, it's almost over, so I'm closer to 26, but still, I'm still technically 25 weeks. Not much has changed since the last video, though. Having a lot harder time sleeping, which I'm a stomach sleeper usually, so it's gonna be hard to sleep. Plus, I'm hot all the time. Yep, hang on. I get hot all the time, so it's hard to get comfortable. And I got like the restless leg syndrome thing going on, so that makes it hard to sleep too. Right? Still no morning sickness because I've been taking my medicine for it. So that's been helping. Tried a couple days not taking it, but then I get nauseous again. So can't go without it, which is usual. I usually end up having to take medicine for morning sickness through the entire pregnancy. Don't do that, buddy. My feet swell up a little bit here and there if I'm on them for too long periods of time, or a lot of walking up and down stairs, things like that. Normal for me. If they swell too bad, too frequently, that's a sign of preeclampsia, so I do keep an eye on that. But I've never had preeclampsia or anything like that, so I'm not concerned of that being a thing. What other symptoms? What other symptoms do I have, buddy? Yeah? I don't really, other than just being tired and not sleeping well and stuff, I feel pretty normal compared to other pregnancies. I don't have any cravings this time. It's weird. With my first, I craved baked potatoes at 3 o'clock in the morning. With my second, I craved the French fries from Burger King with zesty sauce.
Hi.
And then with this little guy, it was healthy stuff like strawberries and salad and watermelon and stuff. But I don't have any cravings with this one, which is kind of weird because I'm used to having cravings. Yeah. I eat a lot, but I always eat a lot, so that's nothing uncommon for me. He's playing behind the computer, guys. I'm distracted. Sorry. Alright. Oh, I think, a new symptom. Get back, please. I think nesting is starting to kick in. That always kicked in kind of early with me, with all my kids, so I'm not really surprised. But the last couple of days I've been in a wanting to get things cleaned kind of mood and organized, and I've been doing things and finding stuff to get rid of, like spring. I'm kind of like spring cleaning right now, but in January. But yeah, I think it's just nesting kicking in, which happens early with every pregnancy for me. Oh, I don't know about any other symptoms though. I don't think I have any more. Let me think for a second, guys. No, I can't really think of any. So the pregnancy's going really well. I just had an appointment, I want to say last Tuesday, but I don't have my calendar in front of me, so I can't guarantee it was last Tuesday, but I'm pretty sure it was. And we heard the baby's heartbeat. Heartbeat was fine. Everything looked fine. Measurements were accurate and correct, and I mentioned the restless leg syndrome thing to her, but they can't really do anything for it while I'm pregnant, which I expected. Right? My next appointment coming up is a lot of lab testing that I gotta get done. But I have to do mine at the hospital instead of at my doctor's office because I'm O negative blood type. So I have to get a Rogam shot. And they can only do that at the hospital. So I'm going to the hospital to get my Rogam shot and my lab work done. And I also gotta do the glucose screening, which means I gotta drink that nasty sweet stuff and then sit there for an hour and then have them test me for whatever they're testing for. I don't remember. I just do what I'm told. And then right after that appointment at the hospital, I have to go to my regular OBGYN appointment to hear the baby's heartbeat and everything. But we're getting closer to the due date. We're in the end of January, almost February, and I'm due the beginning of May. I don't know what to give you as a due date because they said my due date was May 5th. But my last ultrasound said my due date was more around May 1st, so there's not really a big difference there. Either way, I'm expecting to go into labor towards the end of April, kind of, before May even hits. I usually go early. I was like a few weeks early with the girls that I had. With him, he had like, they gave me like 5 different due dates for him, and I like passed all of them. How that happened though, I don't know, because I don't usually go over my due date. I don't even usually make it to my due date, so. I'm not expecting any complications when I go into labor, other than hoping I get to the hospital in time for the epidural, because I didn't with him, and that was like the worst moment of my life. Pain-wise, it was terrible. Worst pain ever. So I'm just hoping this time we get there in time. With my first pregnancy, we didn't even know I was in labor. I was actually having a really good day. On the day I went into labor, I didn't have any pain or morning sickness or anything, and I felt really good. And then I just went to my regular OBGYN appointment, and the doctor checked me and said, "You need to go to the hospital. You're having a baby." So, what? What? Because, I didn't feel anything. And I was always told it was painful, but I didn't feel anything. So they ended up breaking my water, and then I had, "Melanie, you need to stop pushing buttons on Mommy's computer, okay? No. With my second, I knew I was in labor because I got a lot of pain in my stomach, which I kind of figured was contractions because it was coming and going. But it was my first time feeling a contraction, so I wasn't entirely sure, but I kind of figured that's what it was. My husband was at work when it started, and it progressively got worse throughout the day. I tried cooking dinner, it still hurt, so after I cooked dinner, I went and hopped in a warm shower until my husband got home to see if maybe the heat would kind of help, because I didn't want to go to the hospital with false labor or anything, because I'd done that with my first a bunch of times, because I didn't know. But after my husband got home, we waited about an hour or so, and I couldn't handle the pain anymore, so I told him, I think this is it. We need to go to the hospital. My husband got used to having, like, all the false labor and stuff, so he's just like, "Nah, it's nothing, it's fake, it's false. We'll just put in a funny movie and forget about it." So we put in a funny movie, and I made it, like, 5-10 minutes, maybe, into the movie, and I just knew. I was like, "Dude, we gotta go," because I couldn't take it anymore. And luckily, I did make it in time to get the epidural. With him, I woke up with my husband to get ready for work, for him to get ready for work, I mean, and I knew something wasn't right. I had some pain, but I still can't really tell what a contraction feels like. I know, that's crazy, right? 4 kids, you'd think I would know by now, but it's hard to tell between the fake labor, the false labor, and the real labor. Especially when you go to the hospital a lot and they get, like, frustrated because you're, like, always there and they don't know if you're in labor or not. But I woke up that morning, and I knew something wasn't right, but I wanted to just wait a little bit just to see, because I didn't want to upset my husband and make him have to call off work for nothing if it was nothing, and then waste the hospital's time and everything. But I don't think he was even gone maybe an hour, 2 hours before it's just like, it got excruciating. I couldn't handle it anymore. I was in tears, and my girls were home from school that day. I think it was a weekend, and I had my oldest call my aunt, who was going to come down and take the kids while I went to the hospital, so she was on her way. And then I called my husband and I told him, you gotta leave work right now, we gotta go. Bye-bye. And it was hectic. It was really hectic. And at the time, I was a smoker, so I was out on our porch, and I was just, like, chain smoking cigarettes, trying to make the pain stop. And then we didn't make it to the hospital in time. By the time we got there, he was just about ready to come out, so I couldn't get an epidural. They just immediately got me into my gown, laid me in the bed, and they pretty much immediately said, "You need to start pushing." So he came really fast, and it hurt a lot. That was, like, the worst pain of my life, and I never want to go through that again. So that's why I'm hoping with this one, I'm able to tell better, so we can go in time. I'm not good with the whole timing the contractions thing that they tell you to do, so I can never tell. It's really hard for me to tell. Plus, I have a very low tolerance for pain. So even the slightest little thing makes me nervous. But it could be false labor. So I don't want to, go to the hospital too early and then get sent home and have to do it again. And it's a pain. It's complicated. And you don't do that, buddy. Sorry. He's playing with the electrical outlet. I had to stop him. No, we're not going to play with the electrical outlet. That's a no-no. So, here's to hoping for a smooth, pain-free delivery. Because I really want to get that epidural. Yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much all I want to talk about today, guys. So we're going to leave it here. Do you want to say goodbye? Want to come say goodbye? Bye. Say bye. Bye. Alright, so if you could, please like the video, subscribe, share it. Post in the comments below any questions you have, and I will do a Q&A video. I'm still waiting for questions. That's why I haven't done it yet. But I really want to answer you guys' questions. I really want to interact with you guys. So post the questions below in the comments, or find me on Facebook and message me, whichever. Like and subscribe, and we will be back later. Bye. Bye.